Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. One day in the afternoon of September 2016, I was playing a rugby match. I was the last line of defence as the opposition broke through and started to run at me. As he came closer, I hesitantly threw myself at him and was instantly knocked out. After a few seconds later, I stumbled up and managed to finish the rest of the game. However, my case could have been worse, and there has been other cases which there had been serious injury to the head and could have led to death. So today, I'm talking about why contact sports should be banned in school. And it first raised awareness in a movie called Concussion, which followed the life of Mike Webster, which was an NFL player, and neurologist Dr. Bennett Omalu. So I'll be talking about contact sports, what they are, the risks of contact sports, the effects that happens, and solutions. First, what are contact sports? Contact sports are sports which have a main purpose or main activity which involves a lot of body contact, whether that's rugby, American football, boxing, ice hockey, or even basketball and football. So in US, 7.6 million students play sports, and out of that, 2.5 million students play contact sports. And what are the risks of contact sports? In a study in Finland by Jay Pekari, over 3,000 Finnish participants participated in activities for over 15 minutes, and it was seen that sports which had contact in it had a high injury rate. And as you see in the PowerPoint, contact sports has a higher rate of injury than non-contact sports. So I'll be talking about one of the main injuries in contact sports, which is concussion. Concussion is a traumatic brain injury which affects the brain function, whether it's memory loss, headaches, problems with balance, and even concentration. This occurs when there's hard impact to the head or violent shaking of the upper body. So in the graph, you can see that men's wrestling tops the chart for concussion, and people who play wrestling is more likely to get a concussion. In 2012, over 163,000 young athletes were seen in the ER for concussion, and that comes up to around 8% of total sports-related injury in the US, and that means every 3 minutes a child has a concussion. And according to neuroscientists at McMaster University, they said that contact sports has harmful, though temporary, effects on memory and can cause memory loss, even in mild trauma. So another brain traumatic injury is chronic traumatic encephalopathy, which was what the NFL had in the movie Concussion. This occurs when tau protein form clumps in your brain and destroys brain cells. Early symptoms of these can be problems with impulse control, aggression, paranoia, and depression. However, later on there can be memory loss and later on death. So there's many dangers of contact sports. This led to decrease in participations. According to Bloomberg in 2014, 50% of parents in America didn't want their kids to play American football. And Pop Warner, a famous youth football organization, said that there was a 10% drop in participants between 2010 to 2012. However, Robert Glatter, an emergency physician at Lenox Hill Hospital, said that contact sports should not be banned for children, because one reason of it is that children are more likely to take risks than adults, as the brain cells, the myelin sheath in your brains, has not been fully developed yet, so that makes them more creative, unlike the hardwired brains for the adult. And also risk-taking is very valued in our society, whether it's rapid risk assessment or rapid thinking. And by playing contact sports allows them to develop this skill even further. And also